All right, I'm here on a fifth wheel reflection. This is an installation I did a few years ago, and I am coming back today to make a repair. It's a little embarrassing that I made this mistake, but it's been running for 2 years. And the client called me back because he said the solar controller suddenly kind of crapped out and wasn't working, fluctuating voltage. So let's quick go over the system. I haven't made a video of this one yet. Let me know if you see the error and I'll tell you at the end. All right, here we are at this reflection. This is a 150 series by Grand Design. Really cool rig. This was my first fifth wheel actually. We're here in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. I came to them to make this repair. This turned out really nice. So this is the front hatch here. We have three 200 amp hour 12 volt Victron batteries running in parallel through a Lynx Power In, full Lynx BMS system, Multiplus 3000. This is the 2x120, so it handles the 50 amp input. We have a MPPT 150 with 4 rich solar 200 watt panels on the roof. I also did like a 12 volt velvet installation and a couple other small upgrades in here, but I thought it came out pretty clean. There's our breaker for our velvet. Now the error that I'm here for, the issue that I'm here for, is regarding the solar. So I went upstairs and on the roof and tried to figure out what was going on with the panels. I shaded some, I disconnected some. Nothing really changed on the touch screen. So I sat down and I thought, oh man, I see it right away. So we're using 10 gauge output on this 50 amp charge controller. Now I didn't notice that the wires were different here. This was just something that I just did, you know, unconsciously, just putting the system together. Wasn't thinking, because I probably used a 130 like 4 times before this one. But over here I noticed that there was a little drip right there, and I thought, that's weird. Why is there a drip there? So we'll take this cover off, set this aside, and look at that. Look how burned up that terminal is. So this 10 gauge was carrying all the output of this 50 amp charge controller with 800 watts of solar through this 10 gauge wire, and this was the weak point. This is where most of the resistance was, and this is just like a little crimp on ring terminal that goes into, I want to see what this mega fuse is. The mega fuse I'm guessing is the 60 amp, which is appropriate for this 6 gauge wire, but it's not appropriate for this 10 gauge wire. And I'm really grateful that this was the only issue, and we were able to catch this before this wire, you know, actually became worse, burned up, or actually, you know, I don't know if it would have started a fire, but it definitely would have gotten so bad that, you know, the sheathing melted. And yeah, in any case, so grateful that I was able to make the repair before anything different happened. Yep, so there was a 60 amp mega fuse on there, so that's appropriate for the 6 gauge cable that I'm going to be replacing this 10 gauge with. My Lynx BMS is mad at me that there's something disconnected here. All right, so we're back in business now. Got our 6 gauge cable running directly out of the MPPT, up and over, down into our Lynx Distributor with a 60 amp mega fuse. Everything's torqued down. It's time to turn this back on and see what we're getting at the controller. All right, here's our GX Touch 70. See, we have some alarms from pulling the fuse out. We'll go back to pages. We're still using the old user interface here. And now our PV charger, 321. We have 800 watts, still early in the morning. The important thing here is that the wattage is not jumping around like crazy, which it was before, oscillating between below 100, then all the way up to 300, and yeah, so I think we're good to go here.